taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. Bryce Young with 2 touchdown passes there. From there, we head through Delaware and up to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On play action, Mayfield. Off he goes.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Godwin working the right side. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Receiver in motion, going right. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered. Mayfield
to throw it here on 1st down. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Looking downfield for Otten. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Cade Otten. Touchdown, Tampa.
Just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Out of the pistol, here comes Gibbs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Now Mayfield to the left side to Godwin.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On 2nd down, Baker. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Warren. Warren, 1st down, and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead. Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. To throw is Mayfield. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. There's that man again, another catch. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a 1st down. Throwing, Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Goff in the pistol. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. To throw is Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run the toss with Warren. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 3rd down and 9. To throw is Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll send him over to the left. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Inside the 30. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is 1st down and goal. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Goff. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
A short one there to Otten. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll put a receiver in motion right. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Goff to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Warren. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Warren. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. A tight end in motion now. Here's Warren. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Warren. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? Now Goff. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions. And now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.